the first video, I talk about Session 1. We talk about coloniality and the sugar industry and how it got to where it is today. Today, we're going to be talking about something else.
Session 2. Welcome back if you watched the first video. We left off at the very end of the last video. I talked about something called decoloniality, which is just the process of actively undoing the damage that has been done by capitalism and colonialism, just all of these kill or be killed type of mindsets, that allow huge companies to sprout up at the expense of other people. So in session 2, we expanded on that because last time I just kind of mentioned that this thing existed, but we didn't really talk about how you can actually do that. So today I've got an answer for you. So session 2 took place at the Tunnel Tops in the Presidio, gorgeous neighborhood. We started off the session with the lovely, the amazing Dr. Amber McZeal, yet again, talking about some more information about what we have lost from coloniality, what coloniality has taken from us, what capitalism in America has taken from us as people. And that is heritage and individual culture. A good example that we found in here was cornrows. What we learned about cornrows was that during the Underground Railroad era, they would use cornrows as ways to tell other people the routes on it, which is crazy. So you could look at someone's head and use it as a map, I guess, which blows my mind. So that's pretty crazy. I did not know that was how those came to be, but that's super cool. And it also turns out they would also use cornrows to hold seeds and food in there. So they had a real use to helping people and helping slaves escape. And now in capitalism, it's kind of just been turned into a fashion trend. I want to pivot real quick to what we did with decoloniality, because I hadn't wrapped my head around it at first. It actually took me a couple weeks to figure out the importance of this, and now that I look back, I'm like, oh, that's so simple. How did I not know that? And so what happened was we had that little mini lecture from Dr. Amber McZeal, and then we started painting clay bowls. This bowl, prime real estate for my chicken nuggets. I'm gonna make it all red and then put a little star in the middle. Could be a reference to Steven Universe or Vietnam. I'm Vietnamese, so both work. To my surprise, I actually followed the prompt perfectly on accident. We were told to think about our heritage, think about where we come from as people, and to talk with the people around us about where we come from, and put that energy into creativity and put that into something physical like a bowl. And so I thought about where I come from. I grew up in America. I grew up in California. I've lived in a couple other states, but I've never lived in another country. And I only speak English, even though I'm also Vietnamese. My grandma's Vietnamese, my mom is, and so am I. And I don't speak a word of Vietnamese. And that sucks. That's something that America has taken from me, that side of my culture, because when my grandma came here, she wasn't able to engage with her culture that she came from, and was not able to pass it down to her kids, because especially at the time, that was not socially acceptable. So my mom doesn't speak Vietnamese, and neither do I. And now I am having to try to undo those things on my own. And I am trying to learn Vietnamese by myself and talk to tutors and just learn more about the culture that I missed out on. There's a whole side of my family, a whole line of people that I've never heard of. I don't know anything about them. I don't know any of their history. I just know American history. Decoloniality is the act of going out of your way to take back the things that was taken from you by coloniality. So in painting these bowls, we got to focus on our individual culture and heritage and put it onto something and immortalize it in a little bowl. I can't wait to get mine back. I'm so excited. I'm going to use that all the time for chicken nuggets and fried rice. Once again, all of these sessions are put together by the San Francisco Department of Health's Shape Up San Francisco, as well as the soda tax. So it's pretty sick to be working with these guys and getting to go to these sessions and learn about this stuff that I never would have normally done on a normal day. So if you guys are watching this, thank you for the invite. I am glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this. And I hope you, the viewer, are looking forward to the rest of this as well. And decoloniality is not something that is exclusive to people that go to these sessions. This is something that you can do right now. You don't have to, you don't have to take down a Fortune 500 company. Like, you don't need to do that. But what you can do is learn about where you come from. Learn about the pieces of your individual culture and take that back. Take back the things that you lost from coloniality. I guarantee you there's so much you don't know about yourself and your ancestry that might have been taken from you. So take that back. What's your story?